This is the Adventure Mine. It is located in Greenland, Michigan, Ontonagon County. It actually always has been called the Adventure Mine. Its original name from the 1850s when they first started mining here. It actually is not a huge and significant portion of the Keweenaw history. It's a very small mine based on the Keweenaw standards, but it was around. It survived on and off through 3 bankruptcies, but from 1850 to about 1920. They got about 13 million pounds of copper out of here. The reason I think it's significant today, because of the topography and geography of the hillside where it's mined, a lot of the mine is above the water line, so a lot of the mine was always historically dry. It's kind of like a time capsule, especially since in the past decade we've dewatered some of the lower levels. So you have a mine that's pretty accessible. You can bring people from the public there and guests to come visit it. And then since we have dewatered portions of that, we're literally going to areas that nobody has seen for 100 years. When you visit here, you're going to get, I think, a very hands-on experience in the mine environment. You're going to be given a hard hat with a headlamp. When you go underground, it's the only light you're going to have. You're going to be in total darkness otherwise, which is kind of a neat experience to be in control of your own light, kind of in control of how you experience that. If you want to have it on the whole time, if you want to turn it off for a minute with a tour guide and see what it's like in total darkness, you have those options to do that. And the tours are very dynamic. If you ask questions, the guides are very good at catering tour to what your interests are, your needs, whether it be social economic history or the mechanical history of the mining methods, or how the mines have been used for bat habitats, by the bats since they were closed in the 1920s. So we try to keep the tours interactive, very intimate that way, so that they are dynamic and can change based on what your interests are, and so everybody experiences a little bit different when they come here. We have walking tours from about an hour and a half long. Those are pretty accessible as long as you're able to walk like on a graveled trail or a graveled, say a beach would be a very similar comparison. You're able to experience that. Beyond that, we have tours that require using ropes and harnesses, which is still pretty accessible, but you have to be able to just navigate some of the uneven terrain, rougher terrain. And those tours last, again, from an hour and a half for the walking tours up to about 2 or 3 hours for rappelling tours. And then we also offer 5 or 6 hour long tours where you're spending the whole day underground, getting lunch underground, exploring a lot of the lower levels that have been dewatered in the past few years, and seeing parts of the mine that not many people have really had a chance to ever see. I think the Keweenaw is a neat place to visit. First of all, it's a beautiful area. It's got Lake Superior. It's a gorgeous area. But still, a lot of the areas are historically left the way they were. They're left kind of intact as they were back in the mid-1800s to early 1900s. There's a lot of opportunities to visit places like mine tours, underground tours, more hands-on things that are very historical, with national park involved, but aren't going to a museum looking at pictures all day. They're going and experiencing hands-on. You can actually go and partake in events or partake in activities and see what it's like to be here and enjoy the beauty and the Lake Superior and history all at the same time.